Why are you playing this? It's because, one, people who are educated, well put together, tend to overthink having a family. And by the time they are ready to have a family, biologically, they will struggle. Biologically. Because I'm going to say something very controversial. I tend to do that from time to time. Women are more fertile between the ages of 17 and maybe 25, between 17 and 27. Okay? They are more fertile within those years. Most good-looking women think that they have time to have kids, and then they stay single, play around until they are in their 30s. Or they decide that they want to have an education, they stay in school too long, and then they want to build a career, and by the time they're ready to have kids, they're 35. They aren't as fertile as they were when they were 20.
CrossroadsIRL.com.
So having a family is important. If you're watching and you haven't started a family, please, by all means, start the process of starting a family. And like I said earlier, find a good woman. The women we started out with in this live stream are not a viable candidate, no matter how hot they look. Canary King, I know where your mind is going. Don't go there. No matter how hot they are, you cannot trust them. In fact, these days, the hotter the lady, the more dangerous things can be, because hot ladies these days tend to be mentally unstable. I don't know why that should be the case. You're beautiful. Everyone wants to be with you. Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just think straight and be normal? But no, I don't know. It's sad. I see beautiful women at these protests, and I'm like, oh, what a waste. Seriously, I'm like, what a waste. Because many of them don't want to have children. They get pregnant and they want to have an abortion. They want to have their best life now. So okay, so before we play this, since I jumped into that arena, I didn't know that this video would be relevant, but it suddenly is. All right, so I'm going to play this video. Tell me why. So I'm going to play this video because this is going straight into this rant that I'm just making right now. I'm going to play this video, okay? Because you see pretty women, educated, but here's the kind of decisions that they make when it comes to having a family. All right, we need to talk. I'm going to activate the call-in feature. All right, if you mean privately, all right, you can send me an email at crossroadsirl@gmail.com. crossroadsirl@gmail.com. I have a corporate inbox for that, but I've forgotten what it is. So I'm going to put it up, and it's going to be part of the Chiron at the bottom of the screen. By the next live stream, it should be there. So if you want to reach out to me, you're going to have an email to reach out to me with. All right, so let's watch this, because this is indicative of some of the things I'm talking about. When I'm talking about beautiful, good-looking women, educated, great, they look put together, but they make the stupidest decisions when it comes to raising a family. So let's watch this.
Having kids is such an important decision.
We're just waiting for the right time. It's not something you want to rush into, obviously.
No way.
Oh shit, I'm pregnant again!
Too many damn kids! Thought you was on the pill or some shit!
Hell no! There's no way we could have a child now.
5 years later.
The market the way it is, no.
That just wouldn't make any sense.
Come on over here, bitch! He don't care about you!
Yeah, well, there must be something he likes over here. Mean nothing to me, baby.
So the dude is running with 3 women. He's running with 3 women. Oh my goodness.
Well, we finally decided to have children, and I'm not pointing fingers, but it's not going well.
And this is helping.
I'm just saying that before I have in vitro, maybe you should be willing to...
It's always me, right?
Well, it's not my sperm count.
Yeah! I'm gonna fuck all y'all!
Cleavon is lucky to be alive. He attempted to jump a jet ski from a lake into a swimming pool.
Okay, so why are you playing this? All right, I'm going to finish this up. Why are you playing this? It's because, one, people who are educated, well put together, tend to overthink having a family. And by the time they are ready to have a family, biologically, they will struggle. Biologically. Because I'm going to say something very controversial. I tend to do that from time to time. Women are more fertile between the ages of 17 and maybe 25, between 17 and 27. Okay, they are more fertile within those years. Most good-looking women think that they have time to have kids, and then they stay single, play around until they are in their 30s. Or they decide that they want to have an education, they stay in school too long, and then they want to build a career, and by the time they're ready to have kids, they're 35. They aren't as fertile as they were when they were 20. And so you see families like Clevon's family, well, if you could call that a family, they have this thing where they don't have a job, don't have a career, but they have time to have kids. And they have a lot of them, right? And somehow, I don't know how, but somehow they tend to be able to take care of the kids. Somehow, I don't know how. But the ones who've got an education, they have savings, they have a mortgage, everything is going great for them. They waited too long to have kids. Now, I just wanted to point this out because this tends to happen with people who are as put together as the first couple. They wait too long. But the point of this is that the pretty ones, the intelligent ones, the well-educated ones, especially the ones who really want to be well-educated and plan everything and build a family around something that has already been prepared for, tend to struggle with having kids. It's an observation. So is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I think it's something to think about. I think more families need to have kids. I mean, we need more conservatives to have kids. We need more conservatives to have a lot of kids. Okay, so why are you asking us to have a lot of kids and you only have 3? I fell into that trap when I was young. I fell into the trap of, you only have to have a small family so that you can take care of them. And I get it. I mean, you need to plan and you need to be ready to take care of a lot of kids. My dad had 9 kids, 9, and he put 8 of us through to college. 1 of us didn't want to go to college. 8 of us did go through college, and he made it work. So I know it's possible, but I chose to have a smaller family because I felt that it would be best for the kids so that I could provide for them. But I guess I made the wrong choice. I should have had more kids. If my wife is watching, she's like, you're on your own, because my wife also wanted a small family. And that's why we got together in the first place, because I wanted a small family, she wanted a small family. But I think more conservatives should have more kids. Okay. So how does this tie into the pretty girls are crazy narrative? It doesn't tie in directly, I'll be honest. It just shows that certain advantages that people have tend to stand in the way of having a big family or having a family at all. I said the tone says correct, and he knows why. And it's like, yeah, and we need to talk about it. And I would love to have that conversation. But no matter how long we have that conversation, there will be shades of detail that both of us, with all our experience and the things that we know about how families tend to, how certain kinds of families tend to work. The families that start out with, all I want is lots of sex with my wife and a puppy. I don't want kids. And usually both of them are good looking, athletic. They think they're going to be athletic their whole lives. They think they're going to be young their whole lives. And then suddenly they find out that they're 45, they're getting older. Wife isn't as attractive as she was when she was 22. And then they now realize that, okay, sex is depreciating. It's not as hot as it used to be. And the family should have been built around something more than sex. Okay. So that tends to happen. Then there's the people who don't want to get married because they have options. They sleep around, they're good looking, they're hot until they're not. And then they begin to ask themselves why they feel so depressed. It's because they were built to have a family, but they chose not to. And now that they're older, there's no one who loves them unconditionally. There's nothing like the love of your children. Nothing. There's nothing like it. If you're listening and you're wondering why I'm talking about this, I have to talk about it because it is essential. Okay, so I have some. All right, let's see. I'm trying to read the comment. All right, so I'm trying to read the comment and I'm struggling to see this one. Just give me a second. I might have to go into the main. I'm using Streamlabs to multi-stream since I had the blowout during the live stream earlier this week. I had to switch out my tech, and since I switched out my tech, I'm learning how to do things differently. So, all right, I have someone who posted, and I think this might be coming. I'm not sure if. Please bear with me. I'm trying to read this comment or this chat, and I can't see it. I'm not sure why I can't see it. I'm not sure why I can't see it. It's okay. I see it now. Okay, good. I see it now. All right. So you said you know why women are natural liars. They lie to themselves, lied to by their mothers, their girlfriends, and some aunts in the Western world. And I think I agree with that, because there has been the lie of the feminist movement, the lie of the feminists, telling women that they don't need a man. Okay, and many women believe that lie, and they tell that lie to themselves. They tell that lie to their girlfriends. My wife was being groomed to be a feminist. She was. And when I met her, she was a feminist in recovery. You know, she was a feminist in recovery. So I get what you're saying. And the world lies to women a lot. It lies to women a lot. It tells them everything they want to hear when they're young and viral, and eventually when they're older and find out that the world lied to them, they're bitter, they're angry, and instead of them to tell the truth, they turn around and then they spread the lie that ruined their lives to other people. That's my take. Let me know what you think of my take, if it makes sense. So yes, I agree with you in that arena. If there are women in the chat, or if there are women watching, please let your voice be heard. And I know you're not going to agree with this. You won't. But we're just out from the outside looking in. Canary King says he was driving, couldn't text. Yes, he's a New Yorker, born and raised, 49 years old with 2 kids. Amazing. Amazing. We have something to live for, guys. We have something to live for. Okay, so you guys, let me know if you want me to finish playing this video, or if we should skip over to the New York coverage of the ICE bust. Let me know in the chat. I want to give you guys a few moments to let me know, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. All right, because this is a funny story. All right, so the Clevon Jr. injures his scrotum, but they're able to, but they're able to save his reproductive ability, so he has more kids. All right. You need to know how the other couple turned out. The ones that wanted to plan everything and control everything, and they wanted to have kids at the right time. And then, the video shows us how that turned out. So let me know if you want me to continue. All right. So guys, I'm waiting for. So while I'm waiting for you guys to let me know, I'm still waiting for you guys to let me know if the chime that plays when you post a chat is distracting, or whether it's something that you want to keep in the stream. This stream is all about you. It's all about you. I've said this before. I could sit down and just record my thoughts and post them, and I did that for a while. But the reason this matters to me is the connection, and I love the connection I'm seeing in the chat. I'm seeing 2 men who have life experiences, who have kids, and one of them has grandkids. There's something that I heard one time, and you guys let me know what you think. Okay, you want me to keep it in the stream? Okay, great. I'll keep it in the stream until you guys tell me it's too much and I should kick it out of the stream. So I'm going to leave it there. So I heard something one time, and I heard that a man with a family, a man with kids, a woman with kids can't be a progressive or a liberal, because now they have something to live for. They have kids. They have someone they are leaving a world to, and they can't make a decision that would jeopardize their kids. And I found that to be spot on. I thought to myself a certain way before I got married. When I got married, there were things I couldn't do anymore. There were physical risks I used to take, but I realized I have a family. I can't take this risk anymore. And then there were decisions that I would take in the past, but now that I have kids, I can't take those decisions anymore. It changes the way you vote. It changes the way you talk. It changes the way you think, and I agree with that statement. A man with kids can't be conservative. Can't be liberal. But that's an oversimplification, if you ask me, because there are women in North America with kids who are on welfare. They're on welfare and they vote Democrat all the time. I saw a video on X of a woman who went on a rant accusing the Trump administration of stopping I haven't listened to it, so she was attacking the government. I don't know if she was attacking the Democrats or the Republicans, but she was upset that her food stamps were at risk. And in her mind, the food stamps are a right. She basically opened up to the fact that her family has lived on food stamps, all their life, and they feel entitled to food stamps. There are people that have chosen to not get a job, to not work, to not do anything but live on government subsidies. These government subsidies were created, I believe it wasn't the Roosevelt administration that created these benefits. I can't remember. Was it Roosevelt? Please remind me, Canary King. I know you would know this. Which U.S. president created these subsidies and welfare? And I'm not talking about Johnson. All right, I'm not talking about Johnson. There was one Social Security was what I'm thinking about. Yeah, Social Security was created, and Johnson created the welfare system. Combined, these two things created a lot of problems for the future, because people began to depend too much on the government to think for them. People are supposed to think about their futures by themselves. They don't need the government to do this for them. Yes, at the time, it sounded like a fantastic idea. There was tons of money that the United States didn't know what to do with. They didn't know how to or what to do with all that money. And they decided to come up with programs on how to spend the money. Well, we have all this money and people are struggling. Why don't we do a social security system? And then more like a retirement system. And it wins votes. If someone says, I'm going to give you free money, it wins votes. So you take the free money. And you vote in the next person who promises you more free money. That's how elections work. So I think it was FDR who voted in the social security system. And then Lyndon Johnson created the welfare system. All right, let's wrap up this video. I'll just finish it up and then we'll go to the New York coverage.
To recent advances in stem cell research and the fine work of Drs. Krinsky and Altshuler, Cleavon should regain full reproductive function.
Unfortunately, Trevor passed away from a heart attack while masturbating to produce sperm for artificial insemination. But I have some eggs frozen, so just as soon as the right guy comes along.
It is sad.
And so it went for generations.
So the person who wants to control everything finds out that they can't control everything. The people who are just living, now I don't recommend Cleavon's lifestyle. All right, this is not me recommending Cleavon's lifestyle, please. It's simply me saying that there's a pattern here where you have people who seem to have their lives put together, but something is always wrong with the way they make decisions. They're good looking, beautiful, they want a career, they see the models on TV, they want to be like the models, they see the news anchor on TV, they want to be like the news anchor, they want a career, they don't chase a family, they think that the family can be put on hold till further notice, and then they wake up one day and find out that they're too old and they can't have kids. Or they need to go through, artificial insemination, which is expensive. Meanwhile, they could have had kids when they were much younger. So, it's just a thought. In the chat, let's see. In the chat, Amazing New York, they keep okay. So you guys want me to keep the chimes in the stream? Canary King says, agree with the family remarks. There's a lot of social engineering going on. Don't know if you are aware, but the C1A, the CIA was involved in the evolution of feminism. I can agree that they were involved. All right, you love the fact that I have 8 siblings. Yep, it was. Look, growing up, it was exciting. I had 8 siblings, and it was exciting. Of course, there's always chaos when you have a big family, but it was exciting. Okay, but when you have a small family, the house is always quiet. It's always quiet. It's boring. So I see that I had more excitement growing up as a child than my kids have today. All right, so let's jump into the Nick Shirley video. I hope you enjoyed this bit. I just felt like I should share it with you since we were talking about women and girls. So young people, if you followed the train of thought, okay, marry an intelligent but down-to-earth, common-sense woman who will be willing to have children, at least, and lots of children, which is a good thing. All right, I can't wait to see the comment section of this clip.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.